Good morning, teachers and families. We are actually up and ready to go this morning. 8 o'clock is a great time to check out the birds in your neighborhood. And I know it's pretty cold, and I know you have class starting soon, but hopefully you get a chance to join in and hear from Mr. Ford. And you already have a link, but I'm just going to hand everything over because I know Ford is going to take you through all the fabulous things that you have to do this morning. We know that you have class coming up, so I will be telling Ford about the time to make sure that you are getting the information you need and then ready to start class. All right, so I'm handing it over. Thanks so much, Ford.
Thank you, Tasha. Good morning, teachers. How are you doing this morning? Today, we're talking about bird ID basic. How can we check out the bird in your neighborhood, in your backyard and such? So I have some information. On the link, you can see if you can print from page 6 to 8. That would be, I will share my screen in a minute. This is page 6.
Page
6 to 9. So first thing, when you check out birds, you're gonna have to kind of be able to say something about them, like where they are, what size and shape, and what kind of color do they have. Also the behavior, what do they like to do? Even they like to go on the ground, they like to go on the tree, they like to swim. Those things will help you to scope out to check out the bird. So you might want to print this out from page 6 to 9. Print two pages at one size and another at one size. 9. If you can see, there's an empty area where you can check out the bird. What do you see? Can you write down something? What can you notice something? What size? What do they do? What color? And what do you think? What kind of bird is? You can write down. You can draw.
Is it a sparrow?
Look
Do you want
like
us to type it in the chat? So type in the chat, what bird do you think this is? But don't enter until Ford says enter the type. Okay? So you're typing it in, and then you tell us when to press enter.
Okay, press enter.
I see mine says sparrow. What is it, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, it's a house sparrow, I believe.
That's house sparrow. Okay.
So this way, you kind of narrow down what you see. You get all the detail, the size, the shape, the color palette, and the habitat where they are. That will help you to narrow down to identify the bird.
Are you going to show us some birds this morning?
I can show you on the camera.
Like in your backyard?
This is from the webcam that will show you from the Connect lab. Oh, that's no bird.
I think you have to hit play.
No, it's already played.
It's live?
It's been played.
Oh,
I
I see it's kind of sunny there. Is it our coast? Is it northwest?
It's like the Northwest.
look like it's really cold. Can you see the
Yeah.
snow?
Looks very cold.
I can say it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Must be really cold.
That's Ithaca. That looks like Ithaca, New York.
So it's not our time. It's 11:14. So this must be East Coast.
Yeah. This is very far north.
Birds. When would, if we wanted to see the birds there, what time of day do you think they would be there?
I think the best time to check out the bird is morning.
See it, Mr. Ford? Oh, are you picking another day?
Yeah, I'm checking out another day.
Okay.
You may see something. 15 snow day. Sapsucker woodbridge. Now you can see there's a lot of house sparrow.
So they eat on the tray. Are we supposed to talk now? Oh, there's something up there.
Yes.
Wow, the snow does not seem to phase them at all.
Describe what we're seeing here. Oh my gosh, what is that?
With the red crown, small to medium body, long tail. With this, oh, that's the woodpecker. What kind? And blue jay here, of course. Oh, beautiful pattern on the wings.
Is that, do we have that bird?
Is it blue jay?
It had you called it a crown, like crown on its head.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I see the blue jay here has a crown. Student wants to sketch a bird.
Yeah,
Sketch
you can do
one.
that. You can pause it and then sketch them.
And then
orange one, it's pretty cute.
And then record it and then go back and see if we can start to identify it later. Right?
Yes.
Ooh. How many birds are there?
There are 4 right now.
So 4, not 4 different types too.
Did you see the cardinal in the back?
Have you seen?
6 maybe.
Did you all see the cardinal in the back?
So you want to say how many total and then how many types?
I don't know. 5 or 6 type. I'm looking at the downy woodpecker and the orange one. The yellow one would be finch.
Definitely the size, right? Finch size.
Uh-huh.
And this one?
With a bird.
Arrow, maybe finch, 2 finch, woodpecker.
Uh-huh. Downy woodpecker.
Downy woodpecker.
And this guy, the bluebird.
Blue jay.
And there was an orange one with the pointy crown.
That's a totally new one, right? That one that just came in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's move on. If we going to look at page 7. So it will be up there. You can see all the silhouette of the bird. You can define by the shape of the birds. Maybe it's an actual size, but you have an idea. Songbird, woodpecker, hummingbirds, heron, geese, ducks, hawks, and owls. Can you find those birds by your backyard?
Um,
So you can find out birds here by using eyes and ear. How many items can you check off the list below? Bird habitats. Like I mentioned, you can see where they are. Are they on a bench, a wire, a roof, flying, soaring, on the ground, swimming, eating, drinking? That's their habitats. And the bird ID, you can look at the size, how big they are. So you can compare with the different kind of bird. This look like a hawk
makes you say that right away.
because of the size, because of the big head. They like to perch on the branch.
Like he's hunting something or like ready to.
I think he got something and he's eating it.
Versus the little Phoebe that's just kind of flittering around on the branch. He's more still and.
Right. The little bird move a lot. I'm guessing look like a red-tailed hawk.
Red on the tail.
Well, it could be a red tail.
Where?
It's a red-tailed hawk.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. How can you see that? I don't see that. Or did you just read it?
No, I just saw it after you said no. Habitats arranged is where is the world of bird species lives. If you are in Florida, you probably aren't seeing a black-capped chickadee. So the bird live in a different area. So usually when you find bird, people will say where they find them. So you know you're not gonna look for some bird not in your area. The habitat is the place where an animal lives. It has all the food, water, cover, and space that the bird needs to survive. Thinking about habitat can help you identify the bird. Where would a murad lives? In the water.
Did we see a group of 3 or more birds? 2 birds together. Did you see 2 birds together when we looked at the bird feeder?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the 2 like house finch.
See, colorful
The
bird.
yellow finch. Oh, they're definitely colorful. Mostly black. I didn't see that. Mostly white.
Okay, now it's time to go out and look for birds, and we can talk about them, we can group them, and see what they do. It's about 10 minutes, and we will be back. Okay, what did you see? Do you see any birds? We saw lots of them. The tiny bird, like songbirds, the eating in the morning. We went to our favorite tree. There's used to be a lot of birds there, but now since there's no leaves on the tree, we don't see them. But there were flowers that they eat, but no leaves. I think they like to be hidden. And on the
I went out into my backyard, and it is cold in Walnut Creek right now. I have a feeling it's about probably high 30s, low 40s. And so there was definitely a lot of dew everywhere. So it was cold and wet. But I went outside and I heard birds but I could not see birds. I definitely, heard the sounds that they were around.
When we walked out our front door, I heard at least 4 different bird sound types. I couldn't see them, like Devin was saying. I turned over and I did see sparrows in our neighbor's yard and maybe a bird up in the tree like the shape of a house finch. I want to say that the finch has a pointier beak than a sparrow. Now I want to take a closer look because I thought it had a pointier beak. And then on our way back, something I haven't seen is a hummingbird. There was a little hummingbird sitting up in the tree, and I think maybe it can get some nectar from our salvia plant. I'm not sure. So that's something I want to look out is how can I help the hummingbirds right now because I see a lot of flowers.
Pretty much it's songbirds that we saw, right?
I feel like I saw a phoebe. Is that a songbird then?
Okay, now we are going to go to page 7. And you can see different group of birds. So when we went outside, I saw black phoebe, which is a songbird. So I'm going to put my name in a group name, and I'm going to put the songbird right next to my name. That's what I define black phoebe. And then I will think of where I see the black phoebe. So I see the black phoebe flying over and perched on a tree. And hey Tasha, what do you see? I heard you saw a hummingbird. A hummingbird is next towards. And what do you see the hummingbird? It's by the flower right in front of the house. So you can put Nectar and your name on the group name. And you can say, I saw it right by the flower in the garden. What did you guys see? You can put your name and you can put the group of the bird and you put where you saw them on the box. Okay, everybody, I hope everyone has an idea how to identify the birds. You can look at the size, look at the shape, you can see the color palette. Also, you can see the behavior, what they do, how do they act, and where they are for their habitat. Those 4 things will help you to at least define what type of bird you're looking at. I hope you learned something and happy birding in your neighborhood.
So thanks so much. I know that this is really going above and beyond to meet with us this morning. We actually really want to have our own bird feeders and have our own video and webcam. So that's something we're going to work on over this winter break. But to bring the birds in, we know that we need seed and high calorie like fats. There's something called suet. And so if you check out your agenda for tomorrow and look at the recipe for making bird seed balls, go ahead and get those ingredients together because tomorrow we actually want to get our hands dirty and make these bird seed balls and suet, I'm not sure what they're called, but suet chunks and start to bring our own birds in. So that's our job for tomorrow. We hope to see you at lunchtime. So have your own snack and get ready to make a snack for the birds. And thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you there.